So how it happened is like just through talks with friends. So in fact, one of the first talks that happened was with Rima Kakti. She is, of course, from Assam, doing very well in Bombay, in Bollywood. And she was like, there's no festival in Assam, Guwahati. So then we were like, why not? Maybe, it'll be a good idea to start something in Guwahati. Yeah, but as an entrepreneur, you just try to put things together and then just leave the rest on to, hoping that things will work out. So there is a proper pool of talent. So that way, the idea was to create a creative hub so that people from across the country can come and interact with the local talent and film industry here. Why do we have to travel out? Why are we only considered as a remote location? Which is based in Northeast. He just shot in Nagaland and Kaziranga. So I think that exchange is happening, and I think we are one of those people who are excited for that exchange, because we want more and more people to integrate.
The Brahmaputra Valley Film Festival, or the BVFF, which began in 2013, is one of the most iconic film festivals of the country. The festival is set to celebrate its 9th edition starting 5th of December. The festival is a favorite for most of the film enthusiasts. Hello, welcome to Candid with Partha. Today I have been joined by Tanushree Hazarika to speak more about the festival. She is the festival director, so she is the right person to tell us more about the festival. Ma'am, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Partha. It's a pleasure to be here.
Same here, ma'am. Ma'am, at the very beginning, I'd like to know that since the festival began in 2013, so what was the idea behind to come up with such a festival like this?
Yes. So, Partha, as you know, I have been in the, field of media, communication, advertising, for the longest time, been an entrepreneur in media and communication. So, I realized that films is a great way to actually communicate, to project stories for storytelling. It's a great visual medium. But of course, I'm not from the film industry, nor do I have a background in it. So I never really ventured into it without having much knowledge about it. So how it happened is like just through talks with friends. So in fact, one of the first talks that happened was with Rima Kakti. She is, of course, from Assam, doing very well in Bombay, in Bollywood. And she was like, there's no festival in Assam, Guwahati. So then we were like, why not? Maybe, it'll be a good idea to start something in Guwahati. And so that's how, as a young entrepreneur, I jumped into the idea, and that's the first time we organize a film festival. I have never actually really been to a film festival. Of course, been a movie lover, but otherwise not really organize a festival on my own or been to one. But but as an entrepreneur, you just try to put things together and then just leave the rest on to hoping that things will work out.
When BVFF began in 2013, the concept was quite unique. I mean, there were competition for short films, then screening of some good movies, full-length movies. So there was an amalgamation of various ideas. So I like to know that what were the challenges at that time when you thought that you will have some short film competition and also rope in some big names like Dibakar Banerjee, Rima Kakti and others to talk with the young filmmakers. So there must have been some challenges. Just if you can share with us the challenges you have faced and how you have overcome those.
I think the enthusiasm and the inspiration came because Northeast itself has a lot of creative talent, whether it's in films, whether it's in music, whether it's in arts, crafts, and many of the, even in technical fields, in whether it's a sound artist or or someone, a cinematographer, video film editor, all these kind of professional people are there from Northeast. Some of them are trying to do things here in Northeast, whether it's in Assam or Manipur or Meghalaya, or they're doing jobs in Bombay and all. So there is a proper pool of talent. So that way, the idea was to create a creative hub so that people from across the country can come and interact with the local talent and film industry here. Why do we have to travel out? Why are we only considered as a remote location? Why can't we get established and renowned people to come over here and interact and inspire the audiences and film professionals here. So that was the idea and the vision that we started with. That's why, and we were lucky to have the support of people who moved to help out, like whether it's like Rima and Zoya Akhtar, who helped us get Dibakar and other established filmmakers the first year. And then of course from there on, I think the word spread that a small team in Guwahati is trying to do something for filmmaking, and that's how we have been able to pull in big names, like whether it's a Raju Hirani or a Imtiaz Ali or a Prakash Jha, who have just come to the festival. And we are a boutique intimate festival, and they just come and love to interact with the local talents. And we started with short films because it's an easy way. It's difficult to tell someone to make a full feature or a documentary, so we kept it like let's make 10-minute short films, because a lot of film students or aspiring filmmakers, it's a first step to start with a short film. So we're like, fine, let's have a segment only for short films, but exclusive for Northeast filmmakers. In fact, our short film segment, even today, in 2024 edition, we are still keeping it for Northeast filmmakers, because that is a way to identify, to encourage talent from Northeast. And somehow I think the idea clicked. All of them, even like other advisors like Rima Kakti and Ronnie Lyrie and Adil Hussain, they loved watching the films and interacting with the local talent and seeing how we can create opportunities for them.
So, ma'am, 2013 and this is 2024. It's been 11 long years.
Yes.
In between the due to COVID-19, the festival had to be put on hold. So just tell us that 2024, just if you can give us a glimpse, brief about the festival, how it is going to be, the schedule and the lineup and everything else.
Yes. So yeah, like you mentioned, Partha, it has been a challenge. So till 2019, we had 7 editions, and then we had a 3-year break. And then we were, because a lot of people started asking, like, now are you going to restart the festival? And with a lot of resistance, we're like, okay, let's do it again. Because I think the main challenge of putting together a film festival, frankly, honestly, is the fundraising part. Right. Because people might support an award show and things like that, but film festival is still considered to be niche. And it's it takes a lot of effort to put the funds together. So I think we came together in 2023 back again for the 8th edition, and now this is finally our 9th editions. But organically we have managed to grow year on year, where we started first at Anuradha, then we moved to ITA Machkwa, so we always had one screen each, and then we finally moved to Jyoti Chitraban Film Studio last year. Now we have 3 venues parallelly happening. So we wanted to create that festival vibe. So, and I think Jyoti Chitraban is a nice scenic campus. So we have feature films going on in one hall. We have documentary short films and, audience interactions happening in another hall. And now we are also going to add industry sessions in a 3rd venue, so that people can come. It is not just the joy of watching movies, but the joy of interacting and learning.
And just like a masterclass thing.
Yeah, masterclasses, knowledge sessions, get to learn from different professionals, established people or people doing well in their fields, So I think, yes, I mean, we're excited. We are putting up a superb lineup. We have speakers like Tigmanshu Dhulia, Sandeep Modi, Anvita Dutt, Abhishek Chaube, all of them are coming. Nitin Bed is coming for a masterclass in editing. Then Shreya Dev Dubey is coming for a session on cinematography. So we are covering the technical side as well. So I think we are looking forward to it. We have movies, we have All We Imagine Is Light. So we're excited about that. Then we have our competition movies, where there are a lot of movies as well.
Movies as in full-length movies or short movies?
Yeah, feature films. Yes. So we have about, I think, in the competition section, we have about 5 feature lengths. We have 3 documentaries. We have 10 short films. And then there is a non-competition and invited segment as well, where we have another 10 movies. So total, we are almost close to 30 films that we are showing. And about, I think, 10 knowledge sessions. So there's a lot for people to look forward to. And we had fun putting it together. I hope, the audience and film lovers and film professionals love watching it too.
Ma'am, coming back to the first edition, ma'am, there was one guy, Dominic Sangma, who had made a, who's movie Rapture has been doing really great.
Yeah,
if you remember that he was the first Garo filmmaker whose short film won a award in the first edition of the festival.
Yes, of course, I remember that. Yes, nomination
So
was. Yes.
how does it feel that somebody who has taken part in your festival and now he or she is doing great in this in his or her particular field?
No, I think I feel proud, and I feel like it's been like you said, it's been almost 11 years journey, of course, with 9 editions. But it feels great that somewhere, we have been able to. Maybe it's a little tiny part, but we have been able to be part of, now filmmakers who have now become established in their growing journey. So I think feel proud, feel humbled, feel joyful. I think these are the words that's coming to my mind.
Ma'am, just moving away from BVFF, you have been also associated with media. I mean, Eclectic brand was a big brand,
yes,
and I was lucky to be associated with the brand for 2 years. So again, filmmaking, films and media has a very integral part of pushing the culture of a particular area or a particular region.
Yeah.
So how do you see that over the years? How do you see that media from Northeast and the films from Northeast have been able to push the problems or the cultural integrity of Northeast to a bigger platform?
Yes. So yeah, I'll come to that. So I've been, although I'm from Guwahati, I'm Assam. Like I stayed away for almost 8 years because I went to US, studied there, worked there. But somehow in me, I wanted to come back. I've been, of course, my father was also in business, so I had that family support. And then we got into the media business, and I started looking after Eclectic and everything, and started running it. So from day one, I think my main goal was, I saw it like of course Northeast could be remote, but there's so many people out there that you can look up to, whether it's achievers, creative people, and I wanted to bring these stories out there. Of course, mostly media only would talk about the challenges or the issues. Of course, I think it's important that we are there in the mainstream media where our challenges and issues are talked about. But at the same time, let's talk about some positive stories as well, so that it's not just gloom and doom in Northeast, but there is a exciting, fun side of Northeast as well. So I think that is something that was my entire effort when I was working on Eclectic, to showcase the positive stories and the success stories from Northeast, and that drove me for a long time. And till, of course, print media was having a difficult time, and then COVID hit and everything. But I think if you tell me, I think from my passion has been always that, because I'm from Northeast and I have had the opportunity to live and work outside for a long time. So coming back, I wanted to contribute to do my bit, like how can I take the stories or integrate or bridge the gap between Northeast and the rest of the world, I would say. Rest of India, other countries, how do we connect it more? So that I think, of course, a lot of youngsters nowadays are doing a brilliant job at being the, ambassadors and being out there doing very successful, work in their careers. But at the same time, the effort is always like, how do we also integrate, like get people here and and get people to bridge the gap. I think so that is one effort that has been there, and I think that sort of drives me, and I'm sure it will continue to drive me in all my work. So yeah, so that's how.
Now my thing was that since the media and movies, say media and cinema, how do you see that both working together and taking forward the stories of the region?
Yeah, so I think media, of course, when you say media, whether it's a television or newspaper or even now digital media, yes, I think all of them are trying to bring the stories of Northeast, and so that the rest of India or the can be aware of the Northeast in a more detailed way. I think filmmakers, I think some of them are already doing it, whether it's a Reema Das or whether it's a Lakshmi Priya with her new movie Bong. Their movies have been talking with, have been taking these stories from Northeast to not just a national audience, international audience. Yeah, so I think Northeast has already come into the limelight through filmmakers. I think, so I think I'm really proud of these filmmakers as well.
Coming back to again BVFF, I'd like to know one more thing from you, is that how do you see BVFF's contribution in churning out positive stories from Northeast?
I think I will feel really, grateful just if we can manage to do these things. Like if we can inspire, budding filmmakers or film students to come and be part of the festival, learn, take away some things from the movies or the conversations. And if they have an aspiration to grow in the filmmaking career, so if that somehow inspires them to do something, I think we will feel like we have contributed in some way. That's one. And if partnerships, which can help contribute to business for the film industry. If some people through their networking or things like that happen to do things, whether it's in Northeast or do something outside Northeast, then it's great. Like example, last year from Raj and DK, who have done The Family Man. DK was here, and then of course he was already working parallelly on his next season, which is which is based in Northeast. He just shot in Nagaland and Kaziranga. So I think that exchange is happening, and I think we are one of those people who are excited for that exchange, because we want more and more people to integrate and not look at us just as Northeast or a remote corner.
Correct.
So I think it's already happening, and if BVFF can contribute to that part, I think we'll be more than happy.
Ma'am, before winding up, I'll just like to share something to the budding filmmakers who want to come to the 9th edition. What would be your message to them? Hi, anyone who's aspiring or already done their first short film or documentary, please come, please be a part of the festival, please take part in the audience interactions, please watch our movies, please give us feedback also, so that we can become better year on year. And we are very, very accessible. Please just write to us, or to see how you can take advantage of some of these sessions and or the movies that's going on. And there are some brilliant industry sessions which are happening. So if you get in touch with us, we are happy to make sure that you take part in it. And I think if you are passionate about filmmaking, go for it. I think the industry is only growing. People are appreciating not just mainstream cinema but also parallel cinema. So whichever way it is, I think there is a way to build a career out of it. So if you're passionate about it, go for it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me this time and coming to my show. So that was Candidate Path of today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed listening to Tanu ma'am, and do visit the Brahmaputra Valley Film Festival from 5th of December to 8th of December, taking place at Jyotish Chitrapan, Kahalipara, Guwahati. I'll come again with some another guest and we'll speak on some another topic. Until next time, take care, bye bye, stay healthy.